Hey guys, Nick over here from Shield Stun Gaming doing a quick video on the Nintendo Switch. With the Nintendo Switch's release in March and its press conference tomorrow, yeah, it's finally here. January 12th is finally here. I am so freaking excited for this. I'm going to be watching it. I wish I could stream it, but I can't. So I'll be making a few videos on that after it comes out. But right now, everybody is speculating what they will say tomorrow at the press conference, what games will be on the Switch, what are the specs, stuff like that. And this video is somewhat related to that, but not really. This is just kind of a list of games that I want to see on the Nintendo Switch. So these are games that are not from leaks. You know, I'm not going to be saying games that people are already expecting to be on the Switch, like Xenoblade Chronicles Export, Mario Kart 9, Splatoon, Super Smash Bros. 5. I'm not going to say stuff like that. I'm going to say games that people aren't expecting, but people want. All the games on this list are games that I really want to see, but I'm not expecting to see. Anyway, let's dive on into this. And taking 5th place on this list is Fire Emblem Fates, a critically beloved game that was exclusive to the 3DS and the 2DS. Unfortunately, I don't own either of those consoles, so I never got to play it, and I'm sure if I had it, I would very much enjoy it, because I had friends that played it and loved it. I know that most everyone that got it enjoyed it. And Nintendo has always kept Fire Emblem away from their home consoles, except for one that was on the Wii. And since the Switch is a hybrid of their home consoles and their portable consoles, I feel like if they're going to make a new Fire Emblem game, it has to be on the Switch. Because they're not going to make it on the 3DS. Why would they do that? And it's the only console they really could put it onto. But I don't think that I don't know when they are going to make a new Fire Emblem game. If they're going to make a new Fire Emblem game ever, I'm sure they will. They love that series. It's been going for a while. But anyway, Fire Emblem Fates, great game. I would love to see it on the Switch. The only reason I could imagine it not going to the Switch is the fact that it sold very well on the 3DS. They have no need to bring it to the Switch. Taking 4th place on this list is Rivals of Aether. For those of you that do not know what Rivals of Aether is, it is a 1 through 4 person fighting game that was made exclusively for Steam and PC gaming. It's an independent game, and it's extremely similar to Super Smash Bros. I love it. It's a very, very, very fun game. And the only reason I can imagine Nintendo bringing it to the Wii U is because they brought Shovel Knight onto the Wii U. They brought Shovel Knight onto the Wii U, but I can imagine that Nintendo could bring it to the Switch. If they do that, that's great. That's awesome. But I really can't imagine them doing that because I'm not sure how well the game is selling. But if they did, that would be great. I would love that because the creator of the game, he's constantly making new stuff for it, and it's just going to keep getting better from where it is, and it's already very good. So yeah, I see it getting much better in the future. In 3rd place on my list is Super Smash Bros. Melee Remastered /HD. Super Smash Bros. Melee was the 2nd installment of the series on the GameCube. It's one of the most popular games with hardcore Nintendo fans ever. It's so popular and it's so beloved. Everyone that had a GameCube had this. It was a launch title. And I think if Nintendo took Melee, they remastered it, and they released it on the Nintendo Switch eShop or whatever they do to download games digitally, people would freak out. This would get Nintendo fans so happy because Nintendo has kind of ignored their fans in the past, and it's true. I know it's true. Every Nintendo fan knows it's true. Nintendo doesn't really listen to their fans. We've been asking for a new F-Zero game for years, and we haven't gotten any hints to it. Zero at all. But if Nintendo did this, it would really show that they are trying to change their ways. A Melee HD would be pretty good. They did make an HD version of Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. Those are also 2 GameCube games. But honestly, they just really changed the textures. I don't think it looks very good. I thought they would remaster it, but they didn't. I guess I thought it would take work to remaster it. If they remaster Melee, though, and they release it either on a hard copy, like they did the other 2 GameCube games that they remastered, that'd be fine. But if they released it on a digital eShop or whatever, that'd be great. Now, taking second place is Metroid Prime 4. Unlike all the other games that I've talked about, this would be a new game. The other ones have all been ports or remasters of previous games that have already come out. But this would be a brand new game, and this would be incredible. First of all, Metroid is Nintendo's it's their only FPS. And FPSs right now are so popular and so common in the gaming realm that if they added this, it would attract so many people. I guess you could argue that Nintendo did have Call of Duty and Zombie U, but those were third-party games and they stunk. They were terrible. Anyway, it's true that Metroid is a second-party game, but when I think of Metroid, I still think Nintendo. Metroid isn't on any other consoles. They've never made any games for Microsoft or Sony, so it's basically Nintendo's franchise. If they did it, that would be great. People are already, kind of buzzing and saying, what if they did this? This Metroid Prime 4 would be so freaking good, because it would be. The Switch really seems like the kind of console that people would love to have a new Metroid game on, because people like to play Metroid. They like to play games portable, first of all, but I think that Metroid is a really good game for portable gaming, because they've always had such good plot lines. And another thing is, the Switch could have VR. And a Metroid game with VR that's in first person, that would be incredible. It would attract so many new people to the Nintendo Switch, and so many people would want to buy it. And finally, the game I want on the Nintendo Switch the most is, drumroll. Drumroll? No? Well, I guess I don't get a drumroll. Anyway, the top spot on this list is Xenoblade Chronicles, Remastered /HD. Anyway, Xenoblade Chronicles was a sequel to a previous game on, I think, the PS1 maybe, PS2, something like that. It was on the Wii, and it sold poorly. It was a very, very rare game on the Wii, and it wasn't really the game's fault that it was sold poorly. It was Nintendo's fault. Again. They didn't market it at all, basically. They just kind of, maybe a couple of trailers here and there, but nothing really big. It was a fantastic game, too. It was huge. It really pushed the Wii. Pushed it. Anyway, but Nintendo has kind of been marketing it with other games. They re-released it on the 3DS. The main character Shulk was in Super Smash Bros. 4. And there was another game made after that called Xenoblade Chronicles X. And all of those did, it got the game much more popular than it was before. And I was actually introduced to the game from Super Smash Bros., so that's how I know about it. And if they were to take this game, remaster it, and put it on the Switch, that'd be great. And it'd be even better if they added VR. Oh my god, that game would be so good with VR, but I really think that's stretching it. I think even a remastered version is kind of stretching it, but whatever. I think Nintendo could totally do it, and they might actually do it. But anyway, that's the top spot. Sorry for the lack of content recently. I have no real excuse for that. Thanks for watching this video, and I have one thing to say to Nintendo about all these games. Don't let me down.